children will continue with the numericals. We were doing numericals on multiplier. Sandeep Garg, page number 8.17. Example number 16. In an economy, 75% of the income is spent on consumption. 75% of the increase in the income is spent on consumption. So, what kind of an information is that? 75% of the increase in the income is spent on consumption, means additional income is spent on consumption. Therefore, concept of MPC is given here. MPC is given as 75%. So, we can write it as 0.75, 75 by 100, 0.75. So, obviously MPS will be 0.25, the next 25%. Investment is increased by 1000 crores. So, investment is increased means what? Delta I is given as 1000 crores. Calculate the total increase in the income. You have to calculate the total increase in the income. Delta Y is question mark. And total increase in the consumption expenditure. You have to find out delta C also. So, these two are the information given and these two you have to find out. Okay. So, let us find out the answer for the same. MPC is given as 0.75. Delta I is given as 1000 crores. Delta C you have to find out. Delta Y you have to find out. How will you find out delta Y? I have told you the equation to get delta Y is K is equal to delta Y by delta I. So, you have to write down K is equal to delta Y by delta I. K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Now, the value of delta I is here. You have to find out delta Y and you don't know the value of K. So, to find out the value of K, what do you have to do? You have to apply either K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC or K is equal to 1 by MPS. So, here which one you can find? You can use here as 1 by 1 minus MPC because the value of MPC is given. Therefore, 1 by 1 minus, what is the value of MPC? 0.75. 1 by 1 minus 0.75 will give you as 1 by 0.25, that is equal to 4. Now, you got the value of K. K is equal to 4. Now, you can write the equation again. K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Now, you have to find out delta Y, isn't it? So, for that, you can write the equation K is equal to delta Y by delta I, in which you know the value of K, that is 4 is equal to delta Y, you don't know, delta Y by delta I. What is the value of delta I? Delta I is 1000 crores. From this you can find out the value of delta Y. Delta Y is equal to, that is 1000 into 4, isn't it? When it comes, it is 1000 into 4 is equal to 4000 crores. So, delta Y is equal to 1000 into 4 is equal to delta Y 1000 is taken to side to the other side of the equal side. Therefore, it becomes 1000 into 4 is equal to 4000 crores. So, delta Y you are finding out. So, keeping delta Y here, now 1000 goes this side, it becomes 1000 into 4 because the division becomes multiplication this side. You know the basic calculations, right? So, when it goes to the other side of the equal side, it becomes 1000 into 4 is equal to 4000 crores. Now, you have to find out the next value that you have to find out is delta C. I have told you, you will get delta C from the equation MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. So, if you know MPC and delta Y, it is easy for you to find out delta C, definitely, right? So, what is delta Y? You have found the value of delta Y as 4000 crores. You know what is the value of MPC? MPC 0.75. So substitute that value. MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. What is the value of MPC? MPC is equal to 0.75 is equal to, you don't know what is the value of delta C, but you know the value of delta Y. Delta Y is equal to 4000. So what is delta C? Delta C, the value of delta C thus becomes, change in the consumption will be equal to 3000 crores, right? Value of delta C is 0.75 into 4000 will give you 3000 crores. Okay, so delta C is equal to 3000 crores. Now you found the value of both delta Y as well as delta C. Delta Y you found from the formula K is equal to delta Y by delta I. For that you first found what is the value of K by using K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC or K is equal to 1 by MPS. Here you used 1 by 1 minus MPC since the value of MPC was there with you. Then you found K is equal to delta Y by delta I by substituting the value of K as 4. 4 is equal to delta Y by delta I. Delta Y is equal to 1000 into 4, 4000 crores. Next you have to find out delta C, and you know which formula consists of delta C? MPC. MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. You know what is the value of MPC? 0.75 is equal to delta C by delta Y. Thus delta C is equal to 3000 crores. We found both the values of delta C and delta Y. This is example number 16. I hope it is clear to you. Now we will move on to example 17. In example 17 you have a lot of things to find out. Now let us see that one by one. Example number 17 in your textbook, page number 8.18. An increase of 250 crores of investment in an economy. Increase of investment. So what all things are given here? Given increase of investment in an economy of how many crores? 250 crores. So delta I is equal to 250. An increase of 250 crores of an investment in an economy resulted in total increase of income of 1000 crores. So this increase in the investment has resulted in the income by how many crores? 1000 crores. Calculate MPC. You have to calculate what is MPC. Calculate MPC. Change in saving. How will you represent change in saving? Delta S. You have to find out what is delta S. Change in consumption expenditure. You have to find out what is delta C and the value of multiplier. You have to find out the value of multiplier. So many components you have to find out here. Once again I will read out the question for you. An increase of 250 crores of investment. 250 crores of an investment, that is delta I is equal to 250, resulted in total increase of income. Total increase of income means delta Y of how many crores? 1000 crores. Okay. Calculate MPC. You have to find out MPC. Change in the saving. You have to find out delta S. Then find out change in consumption expenditure. You have to find out what is delta C, and you have to find out the value of multiplier, that is K. So these are the information given here. You have to find out the following. Now how will you find out, isn't it? How will you find out the values? Now given the values delta Y and delta I, the first thing that you can find here is K, because you know the formula of K is equal to delta Y by delta I. What is delta Y here? Delta Y is equal to 1000 crores and delta I is 250 crores. So 1000 divided by 250. You will be getting the answer as 4. Thus you found the value of K. So value of K is done. Now you have to find out delta C and delta S. You know, to find out delta C, what do you need? MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. To find out delta S, you need MPS is equal to delta S by delta Y. Now multiplier already you found delta Y by delta I. Now to find out delta C and delta S, you need both MPC and MPS. So to find out delta C, let us find out MPC. How will you find out MPC? Where you can find out MPC? K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC, right? So you can write down the formula here. Values here as 4, because the value of K is equal to 4, because only from this formula you can find out MPC. Only when you get this MPC, you can find out delta C. So think in that way. To find out delta C, you need MPC. So from where you will get MPC? From the formula K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. Already you have the value of K. The value of K is equal to 4. 4 is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. Now this can be written as 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 by 4. And you know what is the value of 1 by 4? Value of 1 by 4 is equal to 0.25. Okay. Now what you have to do here? You have to find out the value of MPC. Therefore, we can write MPC is equal to, you have to find out this MPC. MPC is equal to, how will you write? 1 minus 0.25. So you have to find 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 by 4, because K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. So value of K is equal to 4. 4 is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC, which can be written as 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 by 4, because 1 by MPC is taken this side, and 4 when it becomes here, it becomes 1 by 4 after the equal side. So basic calculations are very clear, isn't it? Now you all have learned it. These are all basic calculations. So 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 by 4. What is the value of 1 by 4? You know value of 1 by 4 is 0.25. What actually we need here is, you have to find out MPC. How will you find out MPC? MPC is equal to, therefore, 1 minus 0.25. Write down the value of 1 by 4 as 0.25. That can be written as 1 minus 0.25 as 0.75. You got the value of MPC. If you get the value of MPC, it is very easy to get the value of delta C. How will you find out delta C? MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. So what is MPC here? MPC is equal to 0.75 is equal to delta C by, what is delta Y? Delta Y we found here, isn't it? Delta Y is 1000 crores. It is actually given in the data. So it is 1000 crores, isn't it? So what is delta C? Delta C is equal to 1000 into 0.75 will give you 750 crores. 750 crores. Okay, so this is delta C. 750 crores. So 0.75 is MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. Therefore, delta C is equal to 1000 into 0. So this 1000 can be taken this side. So it is 1000 into 0.75 is equal to 750 crores. So you got the value of MPC and delta C, and K also you got the value as 4. So what all things we found now? We found the following values. K you found, then delta C you found, MPC also you found. Now we need to find out the value of delta S. How will you find out the value of delta S? You know the formula where delta S is present. Which is the formula? MPS is equal to delta S by delta Y. You can find in the same way where you found MPC, and after that from that you found delta C and all. But here there is no need of that. We can directly find out delta S. How can you directly find out delta S? Like the same way you found for MPC. From MPC you can find out MPS. Then by using the formula of MPS you can find out delta S by delta Y. But all these processes need not be repeated here. Instead of that you can use this formula. Which is the formula? You know, Y is equal to C plus S. S is equal to Y minus C. Now any change in the saving, you can write it as delta S is equal to delta Y minus delta C. This is what you can write. You have already learned it. So any change, delta can be represented as delta S is equal to delta Y minus delta C, which is already there in your data. So use that data instead of finding in the other way. So delta S is equal to, what is delta Y? You have the value of delta Y as 1000 crores. 1000 minus, just now we found delta C. What is the value of delta C? 750. So 1000 minus 750 is the answer. It is equal to 250 crores. Now this is not the way, this is not only the way you can find out delta S, you can find out delta S by using this equation. See, all of you look at here, you can see. By using MPS, find out MPS from MPC. Anyway you have MPC, isn't it? So from that you can find out MPS. Now from the MPS you can write down the equation delta S by delta Y. Delta Y is already there in your data. MPS you have, which you found from MPC. Now find out the value of delta S just as we found delta C from this formula. But there is no need of doing that particular formula. You can directly find out the answer by using the formula delta S is equal to delta Y minus delta C. So you can either do it in the way of this form or by using the formula delta Y minus delta C. Any way you can do. So try it out with this formula also. How will you use this formula? Find out MPS. Anyway you have the value of MPC, isn't it? You have found the value of MPC. What is the value of MPC? You have found the value of MPC 0.25, which you have found. From that try to find out MPS. Then substitute the value of MPS, then find out the value of delta S by substituting the value of delta Y. Definitely you will get the same answer which you got here. What is the answer which you got here? Delta S, you got it as 250 crores. Please try it out. You will get the same answer. Definitely you will get the same answer. So anyway you can do. I have used a easy method for you because both delta Y and delta C is present here. So substitute the value because you know S is equal to Y minus C. Therefore delta S is equal to delta Y minus delta C. So you can directly use that formula instead of using the other one. You can do it in the other way also. Try it out. You will get, definitely you will get the same answer. Okay. Now this method you can use only when delta Y and delta C is present together. So if delta C is not there, you cannot use this formula. You have to find out the value of delta S only by using this formula. But here both delta C and delta Y was present. That is why I used this particular formula and found delta S. So try it out in the other way and see whether you are getting the answer as 250. Definitely you will get the answer as 250. Right? Now this is all about that particular problem. Next one is example number 18 and 19. Both these problems you have to do it as homework. Example number 18 and 19. Now we will move on to the next one. Example number 20. Read out the question. In an economy with every increase in the income, 10% of the rise in the income is saved. Example number 20. In an economy with every increase in the income, 10% of the income is saved. Means what is given here? Every increase in the income, 10% of the income is saved. That means MPS is given in the data. With every increase in the income, 10% of the income is saved. So MPS is given. 10% of MPS. So if it is 10% of MPS, what will be the value of MPS? 0.10 is the value of MPS. Now, what is the next information given here? Suppose a fresh investment of rupees 120 crores take place in an economy. That means delta I, investment is given here as 120 crores. Calculate the change in the income and change in consumption. What you are asked to find out? Calculate change in the income and change in the consumption. So this is what you have to find out. So every increase in the income, 10% is saved. MPS is given 0.10. So the rest of it is consumed. That means 90% is consumed, 10% is saved. Okay. So 0.10 is the MPS, 0.90 is the consumption, MPC. Now, suppose a fresh investment of rupees 120 crores take place. That means delta I, investment 120 crores take place in an economy. Calculate the change in the income, delta Y you have to find out, as well as change in consumption, delta C you have to find out. Let us see how to find out. Now, delta Y you have to find out and delta C you have to find out. Okay. Now, you know which formula you have to use to find out delta Y and delta C. To find out delta Y, which formula you can use? K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Okay. Now, delta I is already there in your data. You have to find out delta Y. You have to find out K, right? K is equal to either 1 by 1 minus MPC or 1 by MPS. Now, from where you can find out this delta C? By using the formula MPC. MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. For that you have to find out the value of MPC. Let us start doing that. Now, let us first find out the value of K by using 1 by MPS here, because here the information regarding MPS is given. Therefore, let us first find out K. K is equal to 1 by MPS. What is 1 by MPS? 1 by MPS value is 0.10, right? MPS value is 0.10, which gives you the answer as 10. So, what is the value of K? Value of K is equal to 10. Now, with this K, you can find out delta Y. K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Why we are using this formula? You have to find out the value of delta Y. To find out the value of delta Y, definitely you have to use this equation. What is the value of K? Value of K is equal to 10. So, 10 is equal to K. 10 is equal to delta Y. You don't know what is delta Y. Delta Y by delta I. Delta Y by delta I is equal to K is equal to delta I is given as 120. 120. So, from this you can find out the value of delta Y. How will you find out delta Y? Delta Y is equal to 120 can be taken this side to the left side. So, it becomes 120 into 100. So, when 120 goes to the left side of the equal side, instead of division it becomes multiplication, right. So, all these are basic calculations which I need not repeat it for you. So, it is 120 into 100, which will give you as change in the income of 1200 crores, right. So, delta Y is found. Now, what is the next value you have to found? So, delta Y is done. Next, we have to find out delta C. How will you find out delta C? Delta C you have to find out. From which formula you can find out delta C? MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. For that, you have to find out the value of MPC. What is the value of MPC? You know, the value of MPS that you have in your data is 0.10. Therefore, what will be the value of MPC? Value of MPC is equal to 0.90. Without any doubt, you can write the value of MPC as 0.90 because the value of MPS is 0.10. So, 10% is saved and 90% is consumed. So it is 0.90. Now from that you can find out the value of delta C, isn't it? Write down MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. What is MPC? 0.90 is equal to, what is delta C? You don't know the value of delta C. What is delta I? 1200. So which will give you as delta C is equal to 1200 into 0.9, that is equal to 1080 crores. So you found the value of delta Y as well as delta C. What is the value of delta Y and delta C? Delta Y is equal to 1200 crores and delta C is equal to 1080 crores. So from the equation of MPC only you can find out delta C, or by using delta S is equal to delta Y minus delta C. From that equation also you can find out delta C. So here we don't have that value, therefore we are finding it from MPC. MPC is equal to delta C by delta Y. So how will you find out MPC? How did you find out MPC here? Because you know MPS is 0.10. So definitely MPC will be 0.90. 90% of the additional income will be consumed. So think in that way, it will be very easy for you. So 0.90 is the MPC. MPC is equal to delta C by delta C by delta Y. Already you know the value of delta Y, it is 1200. Therefore 1200 into 0.9, that means 1200 will be taken this side. So to the left side of the equal sign it becomes multiplication. 1200 into 0.9 will give you as 1080 crores. This is all about example number 18. This is all about example number 20. Now you have to do example number 21, 22 and 23 as homework. Example number, please make a note of it. Example number 20, 21, 22 and 23 to be done as homework. Example number 22 is a table for you. You have to solve that table. It is a lengthy table. You have to solve all the concepts that we have learned in this chapter from the beginning. AD is equal to C plus I, AS is equal to C plus S, MPC, everything is done, given together to recollect all the things that you have already learned. So it is given in the form of a table. So you have to solve the table, which is example number 22. Then you have to do example number 21 as well as 23. So all these three has to be done as homework. I hope all the problems are clear to you. Go through it, work it out so many times and try to learn the formula and think what all ways we can find out the different values of delta C, delta S, etc. Thank you.